All right, good evening, everybody. Time being 6:03, just a few minutes past 6. This is the Master Plan Committee for January 27th, 2025. This meeting tonight will be held at the Municipal Building Training Room here at 355 East Central Street, 6 p.m. Note to residents, all members of the public are welcome to attend public board and committee meetings in person. The meetings will also be live streamed by Franklin TV. Recordings of the meetings are available on Franklin TV's Franklin Town Hall TV YouTube channel. And additionally, in an effort to maximize citizens' engagement opportunities, citizens will be able to continue to participate remotely via phone or Zoom. The link to access tonight's meeting is on the agenda. Copy and paste into your computer. Call-in phone number is 1-929-205-6099 and enter the meeting ID. I gotta zoom in on this one. 872-008-66938 and then press pound. Again, that number is 1-929-205-6099. Enter meeting ID 872-008-66938 and press pound. All right, so tonight's meeting, first thing on our agenda is to review the proposed changes that were discussed at the last meeting. We had input from the planning departments, and we are looking to review those changes. Amy?
Yeah, so we met last Wednesday night. We went over the outstanding comments, but I made a list and sent it to the subcommittee chairs that it applied to their subcommittee. So Gino, you didn't get it. There weren't any comments on that one. So we met, we incorporated the changes that we all discussed. It's been updated. The latest plan is on the website. Everyone can see the latest plan. It's in a PDF format. And tonight, we hopefully can get this presented to the planning board.
There it is.
On the website. Where?
The master plan website, and it will say final report on the left-hand side.
Under,
We have to get used to.
yeah.
I know.
It's, yeah, the website's down. Under boards
Yep.
and committees.
Yep.
Oops.
What just happened to your computer?
I don't know, it just went haywire.
Mm.
I'll bring it up here instead.
So if I remember correct, it was 4 things. Did we revisit the economic development section to give kudos to those small businesses that are doing their part in keeping Franklin vibrant?
So, yeah, that was page 195. They rewrote the first 2 sentences.
Okay. Another was, we took out by right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another was, we rewrote ED 4.6.
Yep. B.
B. ED 4.6 B, yeah.
Yep.
And the last one, we took out 3.4D.
Yeah, TC 3.4D was removed.
Okay. So
And just for clarity too, on the single family 4, it still has a prompt to acknowledge the desires to increase the density to 4 family units there, and to allow them, but
noticed that.
we did strike the by right based off of the feedback
Yes.
we've received.
Just to comment on that quickly.
Certainly.
I was gonna bring it up at the last meeting, but
Yep.
I was just biting my tongue. Any development on any lot in Franklin that is 2 or more lots requires site plan approval. So as of right, it's not like you're just gonna put the shovel in the ground. You gotta go through all the
Right.
permitting process, the site plan, parking, fire. So it's not, that as of right kinda sounds like a lot, but you're still gonna go through site plan approval to the planning board for even a 3-family. So I was gonna say that, and I didn't get into the discussion any
Yeah.
further last week.
I think it still accomplishes what the goal was from the subcommittee, which was in that area of recognizing we want to be protecting our natural resources elsewhere, that we are looking to increase density in a suitable way to create opportunities for more housing
Correct,
here.
yeah.
Also, the whole point of site plan review is for as-of-right uses. You can't deny a project based on site plan review, but you can condition it, that's,
Right, drainage,
Mm-hmm.
water runoff, pervious coverage, screening, so you're basically, it's basically a special permit without the name on it. You're still gonna pass them the litmus test, and you just can't just go build.
So we should tell that to all the Facebook warriors that complain about town council and planning board,
Yeah.
saying, why are we approving all this building? All of it, it's pre-approved technically, but just gotta steer the ship in the right direction.
Well, what was an interesting statement that Amy made at the last meeting is that, you know, many of these projects have been in the works for some 10,
Yes.
even 12 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like this just materialized. And that's the thing that many people misunderstand, is like when we're at council meetings and stuff like that, people are like, why didn't I know about this? Why didn't somebody tell me about this before? It's like, we've been talking about this for a year and a half. Just because you decided to show up to this meeting and make your discussion on a point that we've been talking about, you know,
I
it's
think,
difficult.
I think technically, if you were to attach an ADU to a two-family right now, which you have the right to do, it becomes a three-family. That brings in fire alarm systems,
Sprinklers.
site plan approval, because it's technically a three-family. So it's not like someone can just go down to the building department, pull a permit, put an ADU on, because, oh, it says you can do that. Still have to go through site plan approval, which means you gotta take care of your drainage, could be underground, could be whatever it is to make it pass muster.
It's not a free-for-all.
That's right,
Everybody's
exactly. But a
afraid
lot of
of it.
people think
Doesn't-
someone can just
there's
go
still a lot of
build it.
things.
Oh, I have the right to build it. You do, but you gotta still
Yeah.
comply to the bylaws that are in effect.
even on a single family, under the new state law, ADUs are still subject to site plan review.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, just one more thing, Mr.
that's the economic development. Amy, what page, what do you recall, did the verbiage get changed for economic development downtown?
195.
195. Got it.
Just one comment, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you. I think that also we talked about, last week was that, the economy is changing and we don't even know what the next 5-10 years is gonna come. We don't know what the legislator's gonna do, like,
Right.
you know, throwing in the MBTA stuff. All that could come and change what was written in the master plan. We don't even know that with the housing demand. So I think we were just taking away the by right just to, doesn't mean that when and if, or it gets rewritten, that it becomes by right. It could. There's still a potential that it could. It could come down from the legislator, the state,
Right.
to say, okay, now all 3-4 families are by right. So that's just why, one of the reasons that verbiage was removed. Doesn't mean that it won't happen. It could happen. It could be changed. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. And thank you for making those changes, by the way. I appreciate that. And I did notice that Jill made the updates to the links and the
Yes.
contents.
Yep.
So they do take you right to the
There's a
specific
picture of the link,
sections.
too.
So, what's that, Jim?
I was asking if Joe knew if Bruce,
He said he was trying to get on, he couldn't
Oh.
find the link. I don't know
He
why.
can't get on? Did he go to
Well, he
master?
couldn't find the link.
He has to go to the master plan committee page.
That's what I told him to do. He says,
Okay.
just start the meeting, he'll figure it out.
okay. And it's
Right,
in the
'cause we had
email.
Megan Aaron did it,
Yep.
so.
It's in the
hopefully-
email, right,
Hopefully
Glenn?
Bruce can.
Yes.
So you could check the email.
I sent
Okay.
both links.
All right.
Yep.
Okay,
So
sorry.
hopefully he checks his email. We get him in here for a vote, that would be key. Is that him who just came in there? No. All right, so, first of all, before we move on to the next discussion item, I did want to say a huge thank you to everybody. The plan is this, tonight we're gonna vote to adopt this final draft with the changes that were most recently made. But we're gonna present tonight to the planning board as kind of a presentation / Q&A, and they can ask us whatever questions they have in regards to the master plan with the ultimate goal of their voting and adopting of the master plan. Amy, correct me if I'm wrong, it's your responsibility or their responsibility to submit the final draft to the state of Massachusetts once this is?
It doesn't go to the state.
It
It
just
stays
stays.
local.
Oh.
It stays local.
They don't want a
Mass-
copy of it?
Nope, master plans stay local.
Okay. 'Cause I know in the legalese under 41, it said that they wanted to have us have a plan. I didn't know if we had to submit it to them. It's so typical, because even the things I do for electrical, I don't have to submit it to the state. I just wanna make sure I have it on file.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we note that there is a master plan, and
Yeah.
communities do talk about it, and MAPC will say that, this town has a master plan, it'll always be mentioned, but it's not approved by the state or reviewed by the state, it stays local. But it is constantly acknowledged, like, even through, like, applying for grants, stuff like that, we say we have this plan. So it does help the community having a plan.
Yeah, certainly does.
Can I just
Yes.
mention something? So Meg just texted me, she said the link in the agenda did not work.
Oh,
So I don't know how we get the right, she did send me,
That's the one I used to log on tonight.
so if Bruce is trying to get it, there's, Erin sent me one that worked.
Can he just type, he can go onto Zoom and type the number in. So if he just went to like zoom.com and typed the number in and it says join meeting,
right,
Okay,
yep.
he should be able to get on it.
Do you
Okay.
wanna text him the ID number? I'm sure he knows how to do that. He's like a master Zoomer.
Oh, he's,
yeah, he should be able to figure it out,
I
but he
even took
hasn't,
a picture,
if the
I took a
link- I
picture of
mean,
that and sent it to him, it's
If,
still.
if the link, which
That's the
link,
number.
well, there's two links there, but if it didn't work, he should be able to type that number in and
okay,
get on it.
So,
just remind him, that's all, thanks Joe, thanks Amy,
thank you.
thanks
Alright.
Meg and Erin. Out there in Zoom land.
So, that might be
Oh wait,
him
I
now.
got somebody now.
Might be him now.
Oh, there we go.
So,
That's
ideally, I'd like to have as many people here to vote as
Is
we
that
can.
Bruce?
Mhm.
So, maybe
Yeah,
while
that's
we-
me.
Hey.
Hey, good, great,
Yes, I'll let Jen, I think.
yeah, we're all here but Jen.
So, and I'm not, Jen
So,
will be here at time.
Bruce, Meg, and Erin are on Zoom.
Alright. Amy will, just by way of explanation, she'll need to be leaving at 6:30. So I'd like to take the vote and have any questions that we have for Amy prior to her leaving for the planning board at 6:30, so she can leave. And then after that, we can discuss the plans for the planning board presentation. With that, why don't we, anyone have any
Motion.
final last comments? or
Motion to
questions?
approve, motion to approve as submitted. Take that, we'll start that, and then you can go from there if somebody wants to correct.
Is that, are you making a motion?
Yeah,
Yep, making a motion to
I heard a
approve what's
motion.
submitted.
I'm waiting for a
We
second,
have a motion.
Second,
thank
All
you.
right, roll call vote?
Bruce,
We wanna
Yes.
discuss it now.
Oh, do you want?
oh, discuss, right?
yeah, we gotta discuss it
Discussion.
first.
Yep, discussion first.
I mean, the changes that we made, I was glad to see them all. I think they were well done. I think the new section works well. So, yeah, I think whatever, the economic development one, I don't know if someone wants a separate set of eyes on that. It's not exactly how I would have reworded it, but I think it still works. I think that's ED 4.6B.
Yep.
It reads out, consider expedited review processes for projects that meet certain performance metrics and review administrative approvals for applications that fall below a certain scale size threshold. Yeah, I think that gets it. I think that gets it. The fact that they're separate, where I think that it's expedited review process and otherwise review administrative approvals for projects that fall under, and this kind of separates those into like consider expedited review process for these things and review administrative, but I think that's nitpicky. I think
We didn't make any changes to that one. 4.6C, we didn't make any changes to that one. The only one we
Is that
made
not the
changes
word?
was 4.6B.
Identify a design review process, which is based on specific area goals, and
Yep.
approval process, which is more comprehensive. Okay.
Then we added to
Identify.
limit the reliance on a special permit.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't make any changes, we
Oh,
realized,
right. We talked about that.
yeah, we
didn't make
talked
any
about it
changes.
because it's more building than it was planning board,
Right, Identify
so,
design review process, which
yep.
is based on a specific area, goals, and an approval process, which is more comprehensive, more predictable.
Mhm.
Okay, alright, cool. Thank you.
Perfect. Does anyone else have anything under discussion? I'll throw it out to Zoomland. Erin, Meg, Bruce?
No, nothing
No,
from
I'm
me.
all set. What are we
Nothing
talking
from
about?
me either, thank you.
Just
Just
any,
the
any
latest
further
one that came?
discussions we have on the document before we vote on it?
Oh, but you're talking about the big document, not just this
Yes,
one here
that's
that's,
correct.
all highlighted.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
The whole document,
Alright.
the whole 295 pages.
Yeah, I was looking for them on here, I didn't find.
You couldn't find the master plan?
No, I got that, but
Oh,
I mean, when I was looking through this thing here, Franklin's, Form Franklin's Future, you know, this, I don't know how many pages it is, doesn't even say the page numbers on it, but.
Sure does.
The presentation.
Well, the one with
Oh,
the
you're talking
pictures
about the
and everything, you
presentation,
know?
okay,
Yeah,
I got
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
okay. All right,
Okay, so
Anyone?
does he not, do you not have any comments,
any-
Bruce?
He said no.
Okay, all right. I
well,
didn't-
there's only one comment I looked at when I read Beta's update there, the updated one. It said something about, Zone 7. Said Zone 7 was, 40,000 square foot zone, or was in that zone, but the criteria for Zone 7, you need a minimum 5 acres to build it. So, it's just, semantics, you know, but if somebody comes in thinking they're gonna build a Zone 7 on an acre and build 4 houses, I don't think that was the idea of Zone 7 to begin with.
Hmm.
Okay, we can still make that
But-
change.
No, I think it
What
was,
does it say?
I think you were saying that there was a comment about the recommendation, and you weren't concerned by the comment, and I don't think we made any changes to anything on
Okay,
GR7.
that's fine.
We agree with you,
I don't
right?
think it
There's
was.
something
it
that
wasn't-
says like, the GR7 type of projects, we want to make eligible on more types of places, and we got some comment, I forget from who, about like, you know, is this just gonna open up a whole bunch of, things, or this is a massive area, or some concern there, and we had talked through it, and we weren't, concerned with it.
Right, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Perfect. Anything else, Bruce?
No, I'm all set.
Okay,
okay,
perfect.
all right, I guess we get to
With
vote
no
now.
With no further discussion?
Should I get a drum
Clerk-
roll or anything?
Clerk, please take
Okay,
the
I will
roll.
take the roll. Bruce,
Yes,
Meg,
Yes.
Gino,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Janelle,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Jen's absent, correct? Yes. Joe,
Yes,
Erin,
Yes.
Hamblin, yes. Frangillo,
Yes.
Jones.
Yeah, big resounding yes.
All right.
That's a
Nice
big.
job.
Unanimous.
Congratulations.
Nice job.
A long way to go,
That's
and now we're here.
wonderful.
Bingo. Thank you
Mhm.
so very much to everybody who's put their long, hard hours and time and efforts into making this night and where we are today possible. This is a huge step for the town of Franklin, and you folks are key, pivotal individuals in making this happen. And I can't even begin to thank you folks enough. Maybe I'll thank you in some other way later on after we do our agenda.
evidently you haven't taken the ethics test yet this year.
The ethics. Well, what that meant was I'm gonna give you a good old pat on the
Exactly,
back,
Bruce,
when I see you.
Yeah.
So anyways, all right, Amy, you're free to go if you like.
All right,
You
thank
know, you got that little.
I got a
list
few
of-
minutes, but I'll
Okay.
be sneaking out. You guys can
So,
continue.
Okay.
With the, with tonight's agenda, as part of our next topic of discussion, is discuss to make a plan for presenting to the planning board tonight. I misunderstood, I thought the way that their agenda read, that general business was actually last, it's actually first, so that means that we're actually going first to present the plan. Now, I put together a presentation last night. I'll walk everyone through it just so they can understand where we're going at. There's 41 slides. They're very generic. I drew the information literally right out of the master plan document. I have a little bit, this went around to the chairs. I have kind of a plan of attack on how to approach tonight's meeting. I'll actually run you through the slides really quick, just to kind of give you a synopsis of what this is about tonight. The goal is to present the presentation, present the members of the group, present the consultants, present the planning board, the planning department, and then go through, I'm gonna give a little bit of discussion based on the introduction that's in the master plan, and then I'm gonna be getting to the master plan subcommittees. When I get to the master plan subcommittees, that's slide 11, I will be introducing Eric, and Eric's gonna jump in, and there's about 2 slides, for your group. And then, 12 through 17. And then you're gonna introduce Janelle. And then after Janelle speaks for her few slides, Janelle's gonna introduce Meg. And then after Meg speaks on behalf of Open Space and Recreation and Cultural Historic, she's gonna introduce Kobe, and then Kobe's gonna chime in, and he's gonna have slides 29 through 35. Meg, I'll give you a copy of this when you come in later on. And
Thanks.
Kobe speaks on behalf of Cultural Facilities. He's about slide 29 to 35, and then he'll introduce, Mel is gonna speak on behalf of you tonight, Gino, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's like, woohoo!
Yeah, so Mel's gonna speak on behalf of sustainability, and then Mel's gonna introduce Amy. Amy's gonna chime in as a town planner under the implementation portion. As part of the implementation slide, she's gonna talk a little bit about what that means, and she's gonna introduce Jill Slankus from Barrett, who is actually gonna be on hand tonight in person.
Oh, she gonna be in person?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
What's the goal for the time frame on this? We have, how much time allocated?
There's not many slides. I'll actually walk you through it really quick just to show you.
I would recommend like 15 to 20 minutes,
Yeah.
I think they've got enough to worry about.
because after that, it gets to be too much.
You know.
Yeah.
So that means not reading word for word
No.
the
Well-
goals, that means
Summarize.
kind of talking through them from a high level.
Well, you can read them for as they're written. So what I did was, I'll just run you through it really quickly. Opening slide, the agenda for the night, acknowledgements, introductions, mission statement, community vision, master plan goals, and then the implementation plan. I'm gonna give this quick acknowledgement of all the members and this little verbiage. Anything that I put in italics, that's basically just a quote, and that's the stuff that I took right out of the master plan that I'll read. And then, of course, acknowledge the planning department and the consultants, the master plan, quick introduction. Now, these community engagement efforts, I was literally just gonna be like, we did this, and this, and not really get into any significant explanation as to what they were. Just kind of be like, these are all cool community engagements that we did. What the vision was, I put the mission statement in, but I have no plans of reading it. It's good, because of its life, people are free to read it. First thing was the 6 pillars, the 6 goal pillars, in no particular order, that's the way I wrote it, and then that segues me into the master plan goals. This little quick snippet here, and then I introduced what the master plan goals were in order, and then this is actually the order of the slides. So the first thing that is going to be coming up, this is where I introduce Eric. Eric comes in, and I introduce him as part of the Housing and Economic Development Subcommittee. He speaks, introduces the members, mentions the members, and then there's one slide with a quick snippet to say, and then there's 2 goals under housing. That's it.
Was that your house on the picture?
Yeah. Did you notice that?
I see.
Did you have?
Nice downtown home?
Did you actually happen to notice the other slide?
Well, I saw a little red escape on the side there, so that's what gave it away.
Did you happen to notice the other slide?
Oh, yeah,
No?
Looking nice.
yeah.
That's Tosh.
Now, a question for you. Once it goes to the planning board, maybe this is to Amy, so you can ask her quick
Yeah.
before she runs
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Is this something they take under advisement, and it's months down the line before this is approved by the planning board?
I think the hope is that they adopt it tonight.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
adopt it
Well, what
tonight.
if they don't agree with some of the stuff?
They haven't had a chance to come
Okay.
through and come to a meeting and.
They were
They
here.
had a chance.
I'm
You just had a meeting last,
Yeah.
I don't,
this
but I'm
month,
just
whatever,
asking.
you just had a meeting
Goal
not long ago.
tonight is to push it through the planning
Yeah.
board, and to get it approved.
Well, if I can remember, a couple of their comments was to slow down housing, so it kind of conflicts with this. I don't understand, that's what I'm saying.
That's what we've done in between last meeting and this meeting,
Right.
was make some changes in according.
So we're limiting the amount of housing we're gonna do now?
We walked back some of the language.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not as.
Eric explained it perfectly last Wednesday night, when you explained that, like, this is the committee that put this together.
Oh, I
You know,
get it.
planning board is the approval phase, but this is the substance that this committee
Ah, yeah,
Yep.
spent 18 months
okay,
putting together, hopefully. I mean, I don't know, I can't tell you what they're gonna decide.
All right.
I'm not them, I'm not the decision maker.
just a question.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
And
know.
when I get into, when
Sure.
we get into the implementation phase, we'll talk about how we maintain this plan for the next
Right.
10 years.
Yeah.
Which is through staff, so.
Yep.
Right. And then it goes, so then the next step is the council, right? And then
Yep.
they'll approve it.
Yep. Well, we actually technically.
Unless there's,
We only
unless there's
actually
three
tech-
people
I
in
have
the
high
audience
hopes,
that don't
Bruce.
like it.
Actually, they don't, the council doesn't have to approve it.
Nope.
We just,
No, I know, it's a planning
Yeah.
board, but I was just gonna
Yeah, I
say,
know.
even if they did, there'd be three people up there, complaining against it, and they'd turn it down, so that'd be the end of it.
6-3, it will pass.
All right, quick,
You
super quick, Amy, you might wanna hear. If
Yeah.
they do question and push back on a couple of the things we
Yep.
didn't change the language on
Yep.
related to process improvement or, density in certain areas. Glenn, will you take these questions and then divvy them out accordingly, or how do we want to?
We have to go back and re-vote again too and change it,
Well, we've literally just
We've
approved the
approved it.
document for
but not the changes made.
what it is.
Make it a-
My response
That's
would
what I
be
mean,
using
like,
some
we-
backup answers, such as this is like per the housing production plan. This is
Right.
Per the state bringing a lot of this stuff to us, that these are why we came to these conclusions and put this stuff in our master plan.
And we heard from the community.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what
That's
I,
really what this
Community
boils down to.
survey,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff.
that's the thing.
So,
I think,
that's what I would recommend has.
and I think the other key thing here is this is a living, dynamic document. There's more processes that will happen where more input will be gained. We've intentionally left some of these topics quite broad,
Yeah.
deliberately,
Yeah.
exactly.
to allow that process to unfold, to get more feedback at a later date. So emphasizing that, I think, will help.
Any of these changes go through the planning board.
That's right.
Right.
And again, this
At
is
the
just
end
a,
of the
this is just a
day,
vision.
Should,
Yes.
these
They
are
still would have to change
visions.
plot
Precisely.
bylaws through the planning board, the council, to
Right.
make this stuff
Right,
happen.
so
And-
they're
and
gonna go through staff first,
Right.
before they even get to the planning board, and,
And all of that's true. And
Mhm.
with the simple fact that we are actually obliged by the state of Massachusetts to develop a master plan.
Right, I understand.
So it's to have something. Because even as I was going through the process of looking back at, for instance, the old PowerPoint slides from 2013, I saw a few things that were in those slides that just never
Mhm.
came to fruition
Right.
for various reasons.
this is a good question, Janelle,
Yeah.
and good question, Joe, because those are the things, I think, tonight, when you think of, presenting,
Yeah.
think of that, as you present, that it's really like up here that we're presenting to them,
Right.
and, not all the complete detail.
Yes.
The detail will work itself out.
Yeah,
Over the
and
next
the
10
details
years.
in the document, and we're certainly not in a position to go through 295 pages.
The next generation.
All right.
All right, thank you, I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. So, Eric will go through the slides on housing and economic development. There's two goals under housing. There's the economic development, just a quick snippet just to read. There's 3 goals plus another 3 goals. So there's 6 total goals under economic development. And then Eric's gonna introduce Janelle. Janelle's gonna jump in under land use and zoning, introduce her subcommittee members. And then the first slide is, again, just a little vignette from the master plan to read. And then again, there's the goals, goal 1, 2, and 3. We don't need, as Amy just stated, we don't need to elaborate. It's literally just, these were our main goals. 4, 5, and 6 for land use and zoning. And then, after Janelle works through the goals under land use and zoning, as soon as she's done getting through number 6, she's gonna introduce Meg, who's gonna jump in on slide 22, and she is going to go through slides 22 through 28, introduce her members, and then natural, cultural, historical resources, just a quick snippet there to read. And then the first 3 goals and the second 2 goals of the 5 goals under natural, cultural, historic resources. And then that shifts to open space, is just just another little snippet from the master plan here to read. And then there's the goals from open space and rec. There's 3 on this page, and there's 2 on the following page. When you get through goal number 5, under open space and recreation, you're gonna segue over to Kobe. Kobe will be taking over at slides 29 through 35, and that's under Community Services, Facilities, and Circulation. Kobe will introduce his members to the subcommittee, and then there are several slides for Kobe, actually slides 29 through 35. Our Community Facilities and Services first. There's a little vignette to read there. The goals associated with them, 6 of them. And then you jump right into traffic and circulation. There's again a little bit of a snippet to read. And then goals 1, 2, 3, and 4 for traffic and circulation. Once you've made it through traffic and circulation, Kobe's on goal 4 of traffic and circulation is going to segue and introduce Mel. So Mel's going to be speaking on behalf of GM for sustainability. Okay. Mel's going to introduce the members of the committee, subcommittee, and then there's slides 40 and 40, I'm sorry, slides,
Only a
slides
couple,
40
right?
and 41, huh?
Only a couple.
36 to 39, yep. So, a quick snippet, and then goals 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and 5. And then once you're done with goal 5, we're going to introduce Amy Love as part of the implementation program. This will be her slide to start talking about what the town planner and the town department, she'll introduce Jill Slankus from Barrett, and then start talking about what the town's plans are for implementing the program. And then once she's done speaking, and any other things she feels like talking about, we'll jump right into questions from the planning board members.
In fielding questions, are we going to essentially assume that same level of, like, if it's a question about housing, Eric's gonna answer first, if it's
Yes.
a question about, okay.
That's just to simplify it, yeah. I mean, for the most part, I think what most of, as Amy was kind of stating earlier, I think most of their questions can be around specific questions, not necessarily specific, but kind of
Yeah, I have
general
no clue
questions.
how typical get. They might just approve it and move on, huh?
I'm sorry?
They might just approve it and move on,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're, I
Right.
don't
They
know what.
might. So, and then after questions, that's
Well, they
it.
might just throw you out and say they want to review it and get back.
Possible. No, we believe
Who's
in
bad?
the good hearts
I don't know.
of our public officials who recognize the value of a 2-year public input process.
Well, we spent 6 meetings on the vision statement, and Glenn just wanted to brush right over it, so.
No, he's gonna read the vision statement, he's not gonna read the mission.
Bruce,
Right.
we gotta make a new committee just so we can be on the same committee again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright, well,
Don't go to the arcade.
we're coming to a close anyway, so we can pretty much wrap up this meeting before the battery dies on Amy's laptop, so.
oh, okay, was that Amy's laptop?
Who's
Oh.
controlling the slides?
Who is me?
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, that's a good question.
At the meeting.
At the meeting?
Yeah.
Probably Amy. Yeah.
She can just go every 2 seconds,
Yep.
set it up to go.
Yeah.
Well, I
Keep
get,
moving, yeah.
because what I was thinking was under acknowledgements, I put the little snippet in there, but this is just quick and easy to read here. The introduction is easy to read, and then community engagement. I'm not gonna get into this, but I just printed it out, it's just a minute, so.
We don't know what you're pointing at.
Page 3,
Don't screw up the pages, Tom.
Oh, okay, all right,
page 3. And that's it.
yeah, it'll be good.
Yep. All right. Any questions on the plan of attack?
Sounds like a plan.
Give Bruce one more chance.
Give me one more chance, motion to adjourn?
There you go. Second.
Okay, roll call
All right,
vote.
Roll call vote. No, non-debatable.
Bruce,
Yes.
Peg,
Yes.
Gino,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Janelle,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Erin.
Yes.
Look at, I did everybody's first name and now I do last names. Hamlin. Yes. Frangillo.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes. Thank
unanimous.
you, folks, and Good night, signing off from
Look,
the
I
master plan.
apologize, I'm not gonna be at the 7 o'clock meeting, I got a prior engagement down here, so. But,
Understood.
Okay.
thank you. Thanks
Enjoy your
Thanks
night,
for waiting
Bruce.
for me a
Thanks
little bit
again,
to get
Bruce.
in.
Thanks, Bruce.
It'll be recorded, you
you're
can watch it later.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing went on before I got in anyway, so.
Yeah. We gotta get you some more trophies for that room of yours.
All right, I'll see you.
Good night, sir.
Yep, bye-bye.
All right. Good night.